Hello class, I'm Bo Thomas, and in this video I will describe the steps and ingredients you will use to make bread in a West Bend bread maker. This machine is really simple and easy to use and will save you valuable time. While this bread is baking, you can be preparing other parts of your meal, such as a steak or, whatever you wanted. Simple white bread takes about 3 hours and 40 minutes to make in a West Bend bread maker. I've been making bread for years now, and this is the easiest way that I've found, and that's fun to me. I love using it, and that's just what I love to do. This bread maker will churn and mix your ingredients together while they are in there, and occasionally you'll hear your bread maker stop altogether. This freaked me out the first time because I thought that it was just done, and I took it out and I was like, oh man, that's the dough. It's still dough. Didn't even make the bread. And then turns out it was just trying to let the dough rise, which is very important because you have active dry yeast and stuff in there that rises as your bread. So don't get freaked out by that. It's important, and it's all part of the process of making your bread. So this machine will also control the environment of the bread and what goes on in there. So it also mixes and churns and makes your bread consistently across multiple uses. So if you did the same thing every time, putting your ingredients in, every loaf of bread you take back out will be the exact same, which is not the case when you're making it in a conventional oven and kneading and preparing your dough by hand. So that's another thing I love about this bread maker. The machine also allows you to time when you want the bread to come out of the oven. So if you've got a big dinner party and you've got other things to make, you can time and have the loaf hot and ready for your guests right when they arrive, which is amazing. It's awesome that you can do that. So this bread making process requires 7 ingredients for simple plain white bread. It's 3 cups of bread flour, 1 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 packet of active dry yeast, 2 tablespoons of butter, and a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Now that you have your ingredients, we must now go over the steps in using the bread maker. So first, we must load our ingredients. It is very important that you put your liquid ingredients first. So you put your water in and your vegetable oil. Very important because you cannot let your active dry yeast touch the water. It will activate yeast and cause your bread to rise too early, which is bad. Don't want that to happen. Next is our dry ingredients, which is bread flour, salt, and sugar. So I mix them together first and then pour them in later into our bread pan. That all goes in there. It looks great. All right. Next, down in there, we need to make our divot in the center. And I'll just use my fingers. You can do a knife, you can do whatever. And make a good hole right there in the center. Now, the active dry yeast, gotta open it up. Stop it. Stop the video.